Hey Facebook fam, I'm actually doing some brainstorming, scheduling stuff, and doing all about the phase one. And I thought I'm going live, I'm gonna talk about it more so you can understand it, what it's all about. And I give you my reasonings why I decided to do like as a phases, as a stage sort of thing. Because here's the thing, I know this for my own life, for my own journey and experience, that for a long time I was feeling stuck. I felt like there is no momentum going. It feels like there is no energy going. It feels like I'm really slow with everything, and like my body's like, seems like I'm doing all the right things, but I'm not getting any results. And that made me question myself as like who I am as a person. Is I'm enough? I'm not enough. I'm like, am I stupid? Am I like, what's wrong with me? And I was always looking for like that I am the issue, and I was looking for approve to support that belief, right? And that's not enoughness sort of thing. But here's another thing that helped me for a very long time to shift from phase one, let's say, to phase three. And that is the ability to use and navigate tools. We all have, because through conditioning, through ignorance, without an understanding that when we, let's say phase one, and you haven't integrated and embodied certain things, let's say energetic signature or not understanding momentum, or your identity hasn't shifted yet on the internal level, not an external, on the internal, like bodily level, and you have this expectation to be on a phase three because we want to be the best version of ourselves, right? It's like, oh my god, you have this vision of a lot of money, a lot of things, and just a lot of it, but you're on a phase one where still like you have to make sure the foundations are very strong and stable, right? So for a long time I was stuck in the phase one because I was not really embodying the tools, but constantly expecting myself, my body, my human, my soul to be in a phase three. And that disconnection, that misalignment, it caused a lot of contraction and actually killed the momentum to be able to shift to the phase two even, right? So the phase one is basically the foundation. That's what I always say, is the foundation. It is a foundation, but it's also a beginning of your journey, but also like what I find for myself. Anytime I feel sort of stuck, or I feel like a lower in like any aspect of my life, or any lower in like an emotional world, I always come back to foundations. Foundations for me is like basically when you want to start building a house, right? So you want to have the foundation of the house before you put the bricks and everything else, right? Sorry. If your house does not have any foundation, what happens? No house. You collapse it, there's going to be always constantly issues. So the foundation is always like the most important thing. It's going to be in your business, it's going to be in your health life, it's going to be in relationships, in every aspect of your life. Foundation is the key. And even myself, I said, like, I'm mostly in a phase three most of my life, like times. But I always come back to the phase one. It's like, what is the foundation? Okay, I feel this and that, and that's coming up. What is it? Like phase one, reflecting, identity, energetic signature, constantly going through like applying the foundational tools in the situations that going through that is like, it's like challenging me right now in my life. I always go through foundations, and normally it works out. And that helps me. The foundation helps me to stay in the phase three. Each of the phases requires different tools to navigate in general sense, but phase one is like core self, because if you don't know how to connect to yourself, if you don't really know how to work from the inside out, if you don't know how to stay connected to yourself, to your alignment, to your energy, to your desires, to like go from the inside out rather than just compensate the energy, right? Compensate your emotions, compensate everything. Normally this is where the shit goes down, right? So the foundation is you, and you want to have this plugging in, the connection to yourself first before you move on and do anything else, right? So that's why I'm creating the phase one, where if you haven't done anything in your inner world, if you kind of done it but you don't know you have done it, if you feel like you've done it but you haven't got results, if you feel like, I kind of want to get there but I feel like it's like something is missing, which is normally the energetic signature for most of the women, because they they brush it off. Energetic signature is the polarity. Energetic signature is like how two aspects of self is actually communicating within, right? If they're in a harmonious relationship, normally you're gonna be able to shift to the phase two like this, right? So this is what I say, like this is what I'm gonna cover is the energetic signature. It's gonna be number one that we're gonna go through and actually embody on like this. As that once you know it, once like you can identify things, identification is a release. Identification is like a release, basically knowing that like now a permission slip as well. It gives you that permission not to hold on the things that are not yours. So we're gonna go through basically understanding you holding a luggage, and now we're gonna take the clothes which are not yours out of the luggage, so you feel lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, and your body feels lighter. If you feel better, you feel more alive, and you feel like you have energy, you feel like your body is healing, you feel like you are alive, and you feel yourself again. You feel like you don't need validation or someone else's to make decisions for you. You're gonna be able to stand stronger in yourself, within yourself, and know this is for me, this is not for me, and I'm able to say yes or no, right? Rather than just kind of like floating and all those things. So that's why it's energetic signature is, because you can either be in a dominant energy or like masculine, let's say, we're gonna be making like you just do go make decisions. It's like everything's structured in your head, everything's planned, structured, it's like under control, a lot of control freaks. And if you're in an opposition, let's say feminine, normally they're really floating, but they're missing the structure where they feel like supported, they feel like they can hold themselves, they can make big decisions, they can do all of these things, right? So that's the harmonious inside out, the harmonious it's like a breath, like breathing, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling. That's life is about. So the phase one is when you know it, you're able to hold yourself like this, strong. And that phase, of course, brings a lot of things, because you're realizing who you really are. You realize how much you have held a lot of things that are not even yours. The stories, the beliefs, the conditions, the opinions, the judgments, the words, and you're still holding on to it. That weights you down in life, right? And even at that, it weights your body down. It shuts the energy flow down, actually, and your body starts heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. Therefore, manifests a lot of pain, aches, and diseases. Not because to tell you there is something wrong, but to tell you that there is a different way. Right? So new paradigm, new school of life for me is like a new world. For me, it's like a new way of seeing life. It's like a completely from the way I used to live, the way you used to see life, they used to feel. It's like for me, it's like a basically new world that I'm stepping into and learning the language of it. I'm learning the sense of it, the feel of it, the smell of it, the colors of it. I'm learning about the new world. I'm learning to myself to navigate in the new world, which is pretty fun, because then it's just like gives you those glimpses of like excitement and connection to self, where you know like, oh my god, you don't have to go and earn anything anymore, or prove anything anymore, or get validated anything anymore. You can just be and feel fulfilled. And that is the greatest win in your life. Achievements, money, material stuff, as I all know, like it's like they're beautiful and we want that, and I want you to want that, but I don't want you to come from the place of the lack when you get them. I want to come from the place of abundance, connection when you're gonna get them, because this is when you're gonna feel I have within my connection and self, and now I have this beautiful material stuff. It's just a byproduct of that connection, versus the old paradigm is I need all of this material stuff to feel good within myself. It's a very two different approaches, very different two ways of seeing life, two different ways of actually doing life and using different tools. And I share the tools in a new school of life. So that's my invitation. If this is something that resonates with you, if you just want some sort of accountability to start the year, or like get the momentum going, clean up some stuff, lighten up for the new year, phase one is for you. I'm opening the doors for registration in December, but we're gonna kick off in January 15. So we're gonna set celebrations out of the way, do whatever you need to do, and we're gonna actually have the momentum, start the momentum in the new year, and where you feel like, I got this, right? 2025 is gonna be a really beautiful year for me, right? The year that you decided to choose yourself. So phase one, I'll put the link down there. If you have more questions about anything, you can DM me. I'm gonna reply and give you all the information that you need. We can chat and until you feel like, hey, this is for me, and you feel like sure about it. But yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.